All right, so this was a Maryland ENA conference that I did, and we went ahead and called all the photos, so they're all picked, and we're gonna go ahead and start editing. My favorite tone curve, I like to just about here, and then we'll uncontrast it later. So I'm gonna copy edit settings, choose edit settings, copy edit settings, and then we're gonna paste it to all of these, which I think I might have to do on here. It's a little bit of a little cumbersome the way that they have it set up here in Lightroom. Still haven't figured it out. There we go. It's kind of a pain in the ass compared to the original Lightroom Classic. And we do need to filter all this so I don't go through more than I want. I didn't take as many photos for this conference because I did a lot of videos, so. Okay, good. See it working its way through. Perfect. All right, so while it's doing that, I'm going to put it back to editing view. All right, so let's see here. It is extremely blue, and I think we're going to have to change the temperature by a lot. So we're going to go with what I think is pretty white, which is right there. There we go. That looks more like a real event. It was extremely blue because they're blue. Is that a Navy facility or Navy University, I think? And there's a blue ceiling, really tacky blue ceiling light cover window something. So we're going to have to warm everything up. So let's go ahead and do that. Where are we at? Copy, edit. Go back and do it again. Except we're gonna. There we go. Temperature's changing. Okay, cool. Well, all right. So we're gonna do this. Let me see. Very clear. Very clear. Looks like the subject was focused properly. This was shot pretty well. I don't think there's many edits that I need to do. I feel like any edits I do on this at this point is going to be kind of in the way. That's very well lit. I'm going to decrease the contrast a little bit so it's not so like ad spot. There we go. Next photo. This looks great. A little too warm. There we go. And then let me see if I add a little texture to it. Yeah. Bam! Nah. I used to be huge on just slamming that clarity all the way up. It changed a lot of my practice. Yeah, it's not bad. The color looks a little off when I get back and forth from here, but that's fine. I'm gonna keep going. So my first pass of editing is usually, ooh, that's very warm. Is usually with lighting and white balance. Just something very easy, simple. Okay. So I'm gonna mask him a little bit. Let's see, where's my mask? Stop. Linear gradient. Try to tackle that window light. There we go. That looks a little more even. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to tighten that texture a little bit on him. That way his clothes pop a little bit more. His skin's a little rugged. So we're going to create a mask. We'll do brush. Then we'll brush this up a little bit. Oh, I do miss editing on my tablet, but I think it'd be good for you guys to be able to see what I'm looking at. There we go. So now I'm going to bring down that texture a little bit. Soften them up a little. There we go. Cool. There it is. Now, he's a little tilted. That's fine. I'm going to change the framing later. And a little contrast on him. Luckily, these are pretty well shot. In conferences, you don't really need to be very creative. So it just makes the editing process a little bit more easier. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, so either way, let's see here. I like that lighting. Wow. Very nice. All right, this is a little weird, a little difficult. So let's see if we can get the subject, to figure out what the subject is. Haha, wrong. All right, shoot. So now I have to. It's fine. It's fine. Delete mask. I'm going to create. Oh, there we go. Create a mask. Man, I really wish it would sky and background, eh? So I kind of want, this is the subject, and there we go. And the invert, typically invert mask. There we go. I think we could probably bring down the exposure a little bit. Then bring him up a little bit. Is clarity gonna help? Nope. What if I brought up clarity for the entire image? Yeah, it's fine. Who cares? All right, so we're going to. Oh, it's nicely lit. Okay. It's a little harsh, so I'm going to brush. Just kind of soften the face a little bit and the skin tones. Should hit it. There we go. Much better. Now, keep in mind, for those of you who know me and are watching this, these are. Oh, that was very well lit. We're able to see a lot of these blemishes a lot more clearly than we remember because of the camera. The camera captures more than what our eyes can see. So the idea behind these editing, all this editing, is to look back and remember the moments of what we're trying to look back at with the same lens and perspective like we did when we first saw or were at that event or during that shot. So we want to emulate that, which means we gotta trick the camera a little bit, or trick the edit a little bit. Let's see, I do want to start subtracting. All right, so from here, too much. Ah! How the hell do I undo that? I need shortcuts. Okay, how do I freaking A, dude? All right, screw you. Really? Sorry, the shortcuts are a little different from Photoshop. I forgot. Okay, here. Now we're going to subtract. Fuck you. Subtract. God damn it. There you go. What's the fucking shortcut? Alt L. Get out of here. Alt B. Okay, fine. All right, I like to, when I'm softening the skin, I do like to unsoften the eyes, because the eyes are the window to our soul. And I like to be able to see it with more clarity. There we go. All right, it's taking way too long. Where's my feather? Flow, 100%. Okay, cool. And from here, I'm going to decrease the texture. There we go. Nice, soften that skin. There you go. That's how I remember you guys. Yeah. Looking for blemishes, any significant blemishes. I don't see any. Maybe that one. Let's knock out that pimple right there. Did that do it? Yep. Okay, cool. There we go. Aw, shucks. That's cute. All right, here we go. Highlight. Very highlighted. So I'm going to bring that down. Get a little more. Actually, stop it down all the way and bring the room up a little bit. Although, I want to. No, that's fine. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to bring this up a little. Let's say contrast. A little bit down. Bring out the shadows a little. Hell yeah. Sweet. All right. Now, again, we're going to just slam those highlights down. I want her up. I don't want to blow her out. That looks okay. That was a cute little setup here. So this is one of those where I would increase the texture, bump up the clarity. Ooh, look at that. Then I'll probably do a vignette. There we go. So we focus on the ENA by the Bay more so. Anyways, that I got a little artsy with. Smidge. Now here I got his shirt, but I think I missed his eyes, but doesn't matter. Not that big of a deal. Looks great, actually. Now, I haven't really translated. I have opportunities to road test this this monitor I'm using, which is very nice. So hopefully this will translate well to the mobile devices. Give me control. There we go. Less round, closer midpoint, more of a feather. There we go. Less roundness there. And then definitely slam down the highlights because I like the textures. What I'm seeing. Sure. There we go. Bring down the whites. There it is. All right. Cool. Same thing. We're going to take... actually, lighting's going to be a little different. We'll increase the texture, bump up the clarity. So luckily with objects, usually the increase in clarity would kind of sharpen it and pop it out a little bit more. And what am I looking for? Probably, again, slam the highlights down. Not so much. It was a well-lit shot. Okay. Don't want to spend too much time on things because I've got a lot of people to edit. There we go. Very overexposed. I think the clarity is going to help bring out. There it is. Do you see how that pops out the texture of that doll? Yeah, I think we want that. We're not really worried about her. She's not the subject, nor all this other stuff. Huh. Eden, is that you? I don't think so. All right. Bam. Again, we could bring up the clarity a little bit on him. So we'll add a little bit more clarity on men and soften the skin a little bit more on women. Just looks more rugged. Yeah, that looks great. Just looks a lot more rugged with that increased clarity. So you don't want to take away from all the makeup that women wore by increasing that clarity too much. The whole point of, I believe the point of makeup is to soften the textures on the skin. So highlight down, bring the whole image up. Yeah, it looks great. All right. Let's see here. I also have to compensate. I'm editing this right now at night where everything else is dark. So my eyes may be biased to being in the dark. It's already pretty sharp, so I don't want to. There we go. Yeah, that clarity just puts way too much contrast, but I like how sharp it's making everything. So I'm gonna bring, there we go, nice. And then skin looks a little rough, so I'm going to soften that for both of them. And texture, so bring down that texture. Nice, it looks a little bit better. Very good. Okay. Going to the next image, we are going to, it's quite dark, so I'm going to bring down the highlights again, jack up that exposure. Yeah, looks pretty good. Not, and then I'm going to really soften her skin, which adds youth when you soften that skin. And again, remember, when we take the photos, it's more detailed than we remember it, and you want to match it a little bit more closer to how we want to remember these moments. I'm sure you've taken photos in the past and noticed things after reviewing the photos. Like, oh, I didn't notice that. So we want to play with that part of our neuropsychology and remember how we want to remember it, because our memories are extremely biased and inaccurate half the time. But if we can edit it to make it so that we remember it more favorably, let's do that. There we go. Some people will be purists. I'm not. And I don't think my clients are either. Let's see. It's a little yellow. There we go. It's probably more. Looks great. No complaints. Nothing I want to add. Forehead's a little shiny, so we're going to bring down the highlight. Here we go. All right. Very cool. So she's actually very well lit, but the colors, I think the color from the lights is so warm that it's clashing with the blue filtered windows. So I'm going to add a brush. Again, go over her face, soften that up. So that we can remember it like I remember her skin being a lot softer in person. So There we go. All right. Now. Yeah, this one's a little tough. Let's see if I can get... I know that sign was definitely white, but the lamp, I don't like any of that. I think the previous... Where's my undo button? Good Lord, Lightroom. Yeah, it's fine. It's a little warm. So I'll stop it down a little. Very good. All right. Let me see. Bring the highlights down again. Bring him up. Yeah, not too bad. Looks great. All right, this one's a little grainy. It's probably from the ISO being stocked up during the shot. I'm gonna get away from that. Bring this up. Soften her face. And at this point, I don't care about the eyes or sharpening them because this is not a staged model shoot. This is just an event shoot, and they will look at this maybe twice, and that's it. So I'm not going to be worried too much about perfection here, just enough to not notice the makeup. There we go. And then it's basically I'm tag teaming with makeup by affecting the these door knockers. Don't worry, I know her. Love her to death. But anybody with these door knocker rings, I will make fun of. There we go. Bring down the texture. A little too childlike. And about 40%. And we're going to bring down the highlights again so we can get the rest of the image up and bright. And a little bit. There we go. Cool. And this one, because it's straight up objects, we're going to just slam that clarity up. Bring up the exposure. And then we're going to apply it to every single shot. Copy edit settings. Boom, 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 boom. Did it do it? Did it do it? Yes. All right, so for these shots, I'm not worried about the people. Ooh, that was a bad one. Why did you get voted? Nope. That's the filter. I'm going to unfilter that and uncheck this. There we go. Add it to there, and let's tweak it in a second. There we go. All right. Of course, it's way too bright, so we're going to bring this up. Unfortunate lighting here, but same thing here. But it does highlight their product. It shows it pretty well, so we're going to keep that. Same thing here. A little loss in definition, so I wonder if bringing down the shadows will help. There we go. Excuse me. Good Lord. Yeah, it's well lit. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. The pediatric reference. Oh, I missed that. Miss my peds. Nah. It was very dark. There we go. That highlights it much better. Gets the point here as well. We're going to bring up. They were just sitting in a very bad spot. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. Bring down the shadows. So at this point, I'm not focusing on people. I'm focusing on objects. I want the objects to look great. The people are unfortunately are collateral damage to the edit. There we go. Because the brands and what they're showing off is more important with this deliverable. Here, it's just some action with a little bit of showing off Hopkins. There we go. And then well, that's a little different. Don't work for us. What does that mean? Huh. Now I kind of want to know why. And looking at the sides. Alright, going to jack up that clarity, jack up that texture. Cool. Alright, same thing. Oh, very unfortunate. I remember her being very friendly. I wish I could make her look better, but priorities, baby. MedStar Health. And unfortunate lighting, same thing here. All right, let's see here. There we go. That's cool. I think that's a lung. Okay, coloring, lighting's good. Lighting, oh, probably could use a little more shadow, a little more contrast. No one really knows what a lung looks like, so I can do kind of whatever I want. Yeah, what is a lung supposed to look like in normal exposure? Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Let's pop out those wrinkles. Look at that. Yeah, looks great. All right, and here we go. Is that it? All right. Very nice. Highlight down, bring the whole room up. Sweet. Fantastic. So now we're going to go back and then we're going to reframe everything if it needs it. Looking at these lines up here is my frame of reference. Yeah. That looks bad. So I'm going to... There we go. Frame of reference will be the subjects. All right. And then here it doesn't matter. Here it doesn't matter. Here it does matter. Let's make sure he's not leaning the other way. And a little bit. There we go. See how that's leaning a little bit too much to the left. We're going to turn him a little bit to the right. That is from the photographer, aka me, not leveling the shot. Looks okay. I need to be moved up a little bit this way. All right, so this definitely needs to be redone right about there. I'm looking at the lines of the windows. All right, looks good. And let's see. Looking at the ceiling. These columns. Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. Same thing, reference is going to be the architecture here. Now I'm framing the architecture and the subject. That one's doesn't matter. That one looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Looks a little tilted, but whatever. That one definitely very tilted, so we're going to untilt it. There we go. That one looks a little bit tilted. I'm referencing the walls here. Okay. Same thing, I'm going to reference. There we go. I think my eye tracker needs to be a little bigger. There we go. That looks a little more. All right, this is definitely tilted. That looks better. She looks great. She looks great. He looks tilted. I'm looking at this. Yeah, looks better. She looks great. He looks a little tilted. Okay, cool. All right. And what? Did I make a double? I don't care. All right. Boom, boom, boom. These, oh, that one's kind of framed up weird. Just a nudge. There we go. And I know there's like a perspective editing thing, but I'm not gonna bother with that. It looks a little tilted too. And that looks a little tilted. There we go. That looks a little tilted. So we're gonna find these reference, the bar. And then this doesn't matter. That kind of looks good. And we're done. Sweet. So we get to export this and call it a day.